How are you doing, Scorpio?
Hey Scorpio, wishing you a very healthy and fun-filled November. Surrender is a major theme in November as your focus draws inward toward healing yourself, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We kick off the month with the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all in Scorpio, making you more attractive and exciting to others. If you're traveling during the first 3 weeks of November, don't be surprised if you're being noticed more than usual. Allow yourself to glow and own any feelings that brings to the surface. In fact, there's a high chance that you'll find yourself in strange and surprising interactions with others this month, especially around the Taurus lunar eclipse on Tuesday, November 8th. This eclipse will bring revelations about relationships and your patterning within them. Regardless of what happens, try not to get caught up in what you think you owe other people. In fact, a huge part of your ruling planet Mars retrograde is about clearing out and releasing narratives around shame and guilt. It's a process, and you deserve support through it, so don't be afraid to reach out to others when you need them. At the end of the month, the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all shift into Sagittarius, drawing your focus toward your spending. Are you finally ready to splurge on booking that amazing villa you've been eyeing for months? Whatever you're spending your money on in the last 2 weeks of November, make sure it satisfies you in some way. You're being invited to really indulge in pleasure, creativity, and fun, especially while Jupiter hangs out in Pisces until December 19th. Live it up. Jupiter won't be back here again until 2033. Your creative inspiration is at a high during this time, so allow yourself to get a bit carried away, especially if you're on vacation. Then, a new moon in Sagittarius on November 23rd is a great time to make new purchases, especially related to travel. Maybe you're ready to start a savings account just for something special next year. The month will be favorable for the Scorpio natives in terms of career. You will be focused and hardworking towards your work right from the beginning of the month, and your efforts will be successful. You might get a chance to go abroad regarding your job, and you will be in a very good position there and feel proud of yourself as your work will be appreciated. When the Sun transits in your first house in the latter half of the month on the 16th, you will reap the fruits of your hard work of the past. This might give you a strong position and respect at the workplace, and your work might progress. There are good chances of increment in your income during this time. All this period will be favorable for your career. Due to the presence of the Lord of the 6th house, Mars, in the 8th house in a retrograde state, there will be ups and downs, and some opponents will also prevail. But when Mars will enter the 7th house in the second half of the month, the situation will become better, and you will win over your opponents. The beginning of the month will be weak for the Scorpio businessmen as the Lord of the 7th house, Venus, will be present in the 12th house with Sun, Venus, and Mercury, and Jupiter will be present in the 6th house. However, you will benefit from foreign contacts during this time. If you run your business by collaborating with a multinational company or other foreign mediums, this time will give you great success. After this, when Venus transits in the first house on the 11th and Mercury enters your sign on the 13th, the condition of your business will improve further. When Sun will enter the first house on the 16th and aspect the 7th house, your strategies related to the government sector will prove to be beneficial and your business will rapidly expand. The beginning of the month will be weak for the Scorpio natives in terms of financial matters as, during this time Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Sun will be in your 12th house. Jupiter will be present in the 6th house, and Mars will be in the 8th house in a retrograde state. This time is indicating financial loss and an increase in expenses. You have to focus on spending your income in a coordinated manner, or else your expenses will increase to a point where it will become difficult to manage them. However, after the transit of Venus on the 11th and Mercury on the 13th in your first house, the situation will become better. After 16th, when Sun enters the first house, your expenses will reduce further, and you will be able to secure and increase your money many folds by making investments. Utilizing this time wisely will help you financially. Scorpio businessmen will get favorable results in the first half of the month, which will improve their financial condition. Retrograde Jupiter will aspect your 9th and 11th house from the 5th house, which will give you a regular income. Working employees will be able to strengthen their financial condition because of the increment in their income. Scorpio natives will have to pay attention to their health, as your health will be weak this month. The presence of Jupiter in the 6th house and retrograde Mars in the 8th house at the beginning of the month can cause vehicle-related problems like an accident, surgery, etc., which can hurt you. So be careful while driving any vehicle and don't drive a borrowed vehicle, as it can lead to more problems. Due to the presence of 4 planets in the 12th house and Saturn's aspect on it, your financial expenses will lead to mental stress, which will deteriorate your health. However, the latter half of the month will be comparatively better, as Mercury, Venus, and Sun will enter the 1st house during this time, but Mars will enter the 7th house in a retrograde state, which will again negatively affect your health. You will have to be cautious regarding health the entire month, only then you will be able to treat your problems on time. Retrograde Jupiter in the 5th house will start filtering love matters for the Scorpio lovers. You both will start to see good and bad in each other. However, this will help you in understanding each other better, and if you both are on the same page, you might agree on getting married to each other. This period will make your relationship stronger, and you will trust each other wholeheartedly. The aspect of Saturn on the 5th house could test you now and then, which will try to know the culmination of your love, so you will also have to help each other as needed. It will be important for strengthening your relationship. As for the married Scorpio natives, the Lord of the 7th house, Venus, is present in the 12th house with Mercury, Jupiter, and Sun. Mars is present in the 8th house of your horoscope, and Venus is in the 6th house. Due to this, the 7th house will also be in the Moon in the first half of the month, because of which your life partner may go through some health issues. There could be negative changes in their behavior, there could be turmoil in the family environment, and your personal relationships may get affected. But due to the aspect of Venus and Mercury on the 7th house from the 1st house, the love in your marital life will grow and the feeling of devotion towards each other will develop. The family life of the Scorpio natives will be full of ups and downs this month, as the Lord of the 2nd house, Jupiter, will be present in the 5th house of your horoscope in a retrograde. Mars will fully have an aspect on the 2nd house from the 8th house. On one hand, your family members will motivate you to move forward and support you, while on the other hand there will be chances of conflicts in the family. You are advised to control your speech. You and your life partner must avoid saying things that could be insulting to your family members, or it will disrupt the harmony of your house. No planet will aspect the 4th house, due to which there will be happiness in the house. However, your mother's health can deteriorate, as the Lord of the 4th house, Saturn, is transiting in the 10th house. This condition can affect the health of your parents. The presence of Saturn in the 3rd house and Mars aspect on the same house can cause problems for your siblings. But their condition will improve in the latter half of the month. Your relation with them will strengthen, and they will prove to be helpful in your work. The lunar eclipse on November 8th is making you reevaluate partnerships. In order to make any relationship work, you'll need to compromise and find a middle ground. With that said, it's not beneficial to compromise so much you sweep matters under the carpet. If arguments with loved ones are hitting a fever pitch, then you need to consider whether it's worthwhile to stay connected with this person. Don't give up your own sense of peace to appease someone else. When Sagittarius season begins on November 22nd, you'll be able to take your power back. Even though Mars is ongoing planetary retrograde, which began on October 30th and will last until January 12, 2023, is stifling your ability to take action and make leaps forward in any aspect of your life.
To get your daily prediction updates from our team of psychics, subscribe to Highest Good and click on the bell notification and never miss a prediction.